What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent day. The weather is still ridiculously cold in New Jersey, in case you want that update. But interesting times with the New York Jets right now. They announced the hiring of Aaron Glenn yesterday, which was met with mixed emotions. But I got to give the Jets PR staff some credit, man. Those videos they're showing from Glenn are awesome. He wasn't my first choice, but I love the hire. I mean, one of my favorite players of all time. If you want to check out, I did an interview with him 4 years ago. I put on the homepage of our channel, so you can check that out. But an interesting development with the Jets is after the hiring of Glenn, they still don't have the general manager in place. And it kind of makes you wonder about the process a little bit. Not that I'm being negative, I'm just being analytical and overseeing what's going on and what we all said going into this process. So the Jets were interviewing the general managers and head coaches simultaneously. They came out firing early with Dimitroff, which got a lot of people excited. You saw the different names. And it was kind of a slow, methodical process. And if we're being completely honest, I think that they were surprised that the Lions lost. I think they thought they had another couple weeks to figure things out and iron out things and really isolate their candidate. And I think they're blindsided by the Commanders winning. Like, all right, we've got to expedite everything now and kind of figure it out with maybe the hopes pinned on Newmark, with his ties to Glenn and the Lions. And now you're in a position where the general manager is not in place, and Aaron Glenn, I'm assuming, will be involved in the interviews to hire the next one. And is that the right choice? If you look at what our preference was, it was hire the general manager, have him hire the head coach. Now we have the reverse situation. And is it realistic or reasonable to have Aaron Glenn as a first-time head coach having some power and say in his next general manager? And that's, if it was Vrabel, okay, you can say Flores maybe, I understand, but this is kind of risky with a first-time head coach having that kind of power. And then you wonder about the whole power, the hierarchy and the structure. Are both guys going to be reporting to Woody Johnson? Are they going to hire a director of football operations? Or is it Glenn going to report to a guy that he's helped hire who reports to Woody Johnson? So to me, that's not ideal, especially if things start off slow and there's weird personnel decisions. Is it kind of like, it's kind of like you're a fixed marriage where it's like, listen, man, this isn't my guy. He's making mistakes, and you have the finger pointing, and who lasts that? Not ideal. Also, with this kind of setup, does this give the opportunity for Woody Johnson to have too much power as well, where it's, you have two inexperienced people, whether it's Brown or Moogie, I think it's Moogie, two inexperienced, two first-time GMs. Does this still leave that wiggle room for Woody Johnson to have say and have power over personnel, or just to meddle? So the scenario is not ideal for me, but if you look at the two candidates minus Newmark, I think they're interesting. Trey Brown, to me, is a little more diverse, having worked in 3 or 4 organizations, having a variety of different roles, especially the more hands-on role with the Bengals. Moogie with the Broncos, obviously working with Sean Payton, and Sean Payton has ties to Aaron Glenn. But they both seem like they're innovative, young guys. I think they're both 39 years old, tons of scouting background. And it's just, if you hire a guy like this, you hope that they bring in veteran members with them, veteran experienced guys, a cap guy, different, maybe a head scout or director of pro personnel, however you want to do it, to kind of maybe offset some of their inexperience. Maybe the Jets consider keeping Phil Savage with here, or maybe they, who knows, maybe the Tannenbaum and Spielman helped out too, who knows. But it's interesting to see the setup. Again, I'm not concerned. I think there's a lot of risk no matter what you do. There's no slam dunks. We thought Joe Douglas was a slam dunk, but it's kind of not the way we want it to be, where now it's Glenn's hired first, and now we're getting to find the GM. But again, if you think that highly of Aaron Glenn, you feel comfortable with it. So we'll see how it plays out. Let me know what you guys think. I'm excited for the press conference on Monday. Aaron Glenn's going to nail it. And then we move on. You see who's in his staff. I don't necessarily believe a lot of the rumors that are out there right now where, I think everybody's guessing and throwing things out there until Glenn actually speaks. And that goes for Aaron Rodgers too. I think people are assuming and trying to read the tea leaves and throwing out as much as possible to chase clicks. But I think we find out more of the real deal on Monday when Glenn reveals his whole blueprint. So let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you later.